Yes, people, welcome to Never a Foul. There's two people missing. You know, there's one over in Rance's channel right now, but it'll be in about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And then obviously there's another one. You know, he's called the villain these days. That he's called Casper the Ghost. You know, he's Goon Elite. He will be here in the next couple minutes as well. But couple little bits of news. You know, there's no point talking about results on the weekend too tough like that. But I'm hearing Enzo Fernandez wants an exit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they're true. I don't know if they're false. But we're gonna talk about it anyways. So yeah, that's a bit mad in my opinion. It's not the first time it's come up either. So it's gonna be a bit of Chelsea talk, and then we're gonna talk about what we was talking about earlier. That Arsenal win has got these man here, right here, these Liverpool fans, rattled. Yeah. As I said, I like to say this. Just go look at Big Sixpence video last night. We're going to be talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold. I can't believe his first game back after a few weeks, and instantly they don't even want him no more. Some of them, if he's not playing midfield, don't want him starting whatsoever. Isn't that right? Whatever you want to call it. So, we'll talk about that. To be fair, it wasn't months, but we'll see what my man has to say down there, Musa. Not Marcus, I ain't getting over it, G. We're talking about it. We're going to have to just talk about how reactionary Liverpool's fan base have been recently, which I don't understand, and how Arsenal have got them this way. Only Arsenal Football Club can do this, not even Manchester United. And believe me,
it's not Arsenal. It's not Arsenal. I don't think it's Arsenal.
And then obviously we're going to be talking about Grealish's Man City future, and we're just going to put that up in the air as well. What it might be likely since Savio's joining Manchester City, which we didn't talk about earlier, and then also, I might call him Abdi. His name's Musa. I just looked at it and just said, what do you think his name is? Abdi Rahman or something like that. Anyways. And then obviously they got that Kuto guy as well that's going to be coming back potentially, but they might go back on loan. Who knows? But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. But you know what, Musa? You are literally...
What? Go on.
I haven't heard your take on the Arsenal Liverpool excuse, but I want to hear what your excuse is anyways. I want to know how
excuse.
you found
I don't.
You're like you're one of the more positive, you know, Liverpool fans, the giddy ones. You're a bit like Dawood, the Liverpool version. But I want to see what you have to say first before Lee comes in. You know when Lee comes in, it's gonna absolutely go tits up, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know when Daps comes in, he's just gonna play villain.
They're just gonna take over the chance.
Yeah, of course they are. So we might as well get our talk right now, man. But big up every guy in the comments, by the way. Marcus, Saka's older brother, you also disappeared, G. Football Bants channel as well. Basil says Cass stuck on 1 point. What 1 point are you talking about? You're like one of the most Basil, yeah, you're one of the most negative commenters I've ever come across. You don't have anything nice to say. And big up Richie in the building, and James Paul as well. Might get Enzo in 8 years. I mean, he will still be of age. That's the crazy thing, man. But yeah, man, smash the like button and we're gonna get into it. Yeah, let's hear your excuse, man. I've heard once. Can't talk about it.
We just didn't turn up. That's what happened. Plain and simple. We didn't turn up. No one wanted to turn up that day. No one wanted to grab the game by the scruff of the neck that game at all. We had chances, and then the mistake happened with Van Dijk and Alisson. I think they would have been finished, like absolutely finished, if that mistake didn't happen, because I think that changed the game practically. And even the Konate red card also changed the game, kind of. If we had any slight chance, we could have done something, but
even when you're one shot on target.
Bro, we were. Let's be honest. We were on the ascendancy after the first half. We had the goal. We had the goal. So after that, we were on the ascendancy. So the Van Dijk and Alisson mistake happened. Then after that, it was downhill from there. I'm not gonna. It was down. It went all. Everyone lost their heads. It was all downhill from there. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's what happened. That's what I saw.
I can't lie. I saw. I don't really want to get onto Liverpool too much like that. Yeah, I think it's an off day. I don't know. If it comes against when we call about Liverpool against the big teams away, there might be another The way you played, even against City, it wasn't really convincing. Against Arsenal, you weren't really
But
convincing.
when did you see us? When did you
Against
see
Chelsea,
us
no, but I'm saying
that?
even against
When
Chelsea
did you see us
away,
play like
Tottenham
that?
away, you weren't very convincing. Look, I'm not trying to get onto you because
You've never seen us play like that. I've never seen us play like that this season.
No,
I've never seen it play that bad.
No. It's
that bad
factually,
in a game that season.
it's actual factually that it is your worst game, and we know that.
Yeah.
Like Mons has to put his phone on D&D all week, like for the whole week now. Like that's how bad it's got. Right? He said so himself. He told me about 2 minutes ago. But I'm just telling you now, yeah, it's not all doom and gloom for you, man. But bro, like if you want to win this league, yeah, you got to switch it up a little touch or two, innit? That's it. Especially when it comes to big away games. It's not. Man City's also lost away from there, and they've got to go to your gaff. But
100%.
in my opinion, it's as simple as this, bro. You got outclassed like by Arsenal, and sometimes you know what? I think Mont said it earlier, and he held his hat, bro. Klopp got outclassed by Arteta, man. Just own it.
He was better on the day.
Not
on the day, yeah. On the day, yeah. Not last month when he played them at the FA Cup or at Anfield, but on the day, yes. On today, yes.
Yeah, but it's not like he was unknown in the last FA Cup game. You was bad then as well, but you got the job done. He said they weren't just clinical. Like,
you got to remember, it was we turned up without our spine.
Yeah, they didn't have no Jesus in that. What? They played
I'm talking about in the cup. In the cup.
In the cup.
Yeah. Like so, I expected Arsenal to be way better than us in the cup, and they were better than us in the cup. But we just took our chances. That's the only difference. I think in the league, I feel like it was one step. It was one step too far for us, which was fine, and I can take that and I can handle that. I think also, I still think that with Mo Salah and a fit Trent, I feel like the game could have gone slightly different because knowing that you have at least a spark there, but it shouldn't.
And sub is alive.
No, I think listen.
I don't. Gravenberch had the worst performance on that pitch. I'm being 100% wrong.
No, he didn't.
On that pitch.
The thing
is, he was bad, but
it
was the light skinned society in Liverpool's team. Gakpo,
no, I'm
Gravenberch.
Okay, you can say it.
Gakpo, Gravenberch, Trent, and Van Dijk weren't good.
You can say that.
Listen, it was a bad day for the lights in society. Bare lit back in the squid. It's all right. Listen, I understand why everyone crashed it on Liverpool. We got confident, and rightly so. I don't think our confidence came from nowhere. Do you know what I'm saying?
After all of that, Arsenal are still third.
That's not even that. Arsenal are a good team, and they're 2 points behind us. Our confidence simply came from having the most goals, the least goals conceded, best goal difference, and whatnot. So we're allowed to be confident, and sometimes you lose games. And it just shows 100%. That, the uproar when we lost the game the way we did. And it shows how well we've been doing. But it's all about how you recover and how you bounce back. We
got Burnley.
When City fuck up, bro, they always say, "Oh, whoever's playing them man next is long, Hey, long day. That's the Burnley thing, bro.
It's a long day for Vinny. It's a long day for Vinny. Let me be real.
Fuck up Burnley, and I don't even not like Burnley are calm. Like that Odegaard you's cold. Like there's a couple.
Bro, it's a long months. It's a long day for Vinny, man.
Terrible.
I can't lie. It's a long day. It's a long day. I feel for him because you man is smacking up Burnley. It's at home as well, isn't it? Even more so.
Yeah, if it was away, I'd maybe say something different. But
bro, you wouldn't. The mad thing is you wouldn't.
Well, they played the right away from home. Burnley, but I don't know. It's hard with Burnley, innit? Like you don't know which one you're gonna get. But
I want to be. I want to be positive about Burnley, bro.
But you can't. Yeah,
I want Vinny to do well, bro. But the truth is, last season after 3 months, where everyone's going, "Would you take Vinny at City?" And I'm like, "What?" Because he's playing well. He's got a championship team playing well. You want me, bro? Imagine that. Jurgen is now leaving, and man starts saying that one of your legends that is managing in the championship. Yeah, everyone's going, "Would you take him?" It's like, come on, man. Like, and here's the thing: Steve spoke to Vinny's missus a couple of seasons ago, yeah, and she said Vinny will not take the City job unless he believes he's ready, because seen what's happened to your Lampards and whatever, and his connection with City. Like, you don't deep down, Monts, you wouldn't want Gerrard now, would you?
Deep down, no. I will openly say, I said Gerrard stay far away.
Yeah, because you don't want to.
Gerrard, I wouldn't let Gerrard manage Liverpool
because you don't want to.
I'd even say till 2035. Give him until 7, 8, and that means he has to be
But
consistent.
even then,
I
then,
need success.
you want to see consistency.
Yeah,
Like,
I need success. Like I need to see something where I'm going, oh, all right.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Vinny. I'm like, Vinny's my best player of all time. Not my best, my favorite player of all time. Yeah, I don't want to be like them Chelsea fans with Lampard, where they're kind of like, having to go, you know what, but we need him out of our club. I don't want to be people mocking. Like right now, the mocking of Chelsea fans is what you want Lampard again. I don't ever want that with Vincent Kompany, like where other fans are hoping that Vincent Kompany manager. And bro, you're just going to roll them over at the weekend. I'm not going to lie. You will.
Yeah,
will Arsenal roll over West Ham though? That's the question.
Listen, people. I'm sorry. I was going to say I'm sorry I'm late. I pulled my hamstring celebrating the Arsenal win, against Liverpool. So
you're a bad guy for this, Cass.
I had to get upstairs. I pulled my hamstring, celebrating. So I had to get upstairs.
I hear that. Big
you're not Klopp.
And listen.
Listen. I'm here though. I'm here. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to apologize because I was celebrating. So. I pulled my hamstring like another manager or something.
Well, there's actually, to be fair, we got a guy that subscribes called it's called Arteta's hamstring with Mikel Arteta's hamstring. It's funny,
Listen, little did you know that's my alias. Little did you know.
Yeah. But yeah, look, we can go about this.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to question. Yeah, there's certain man in our chat, and I'm looking at a certain man thinking,
Nah. I'll be honest. That ain't me.
I can't lie. I think our chat in see never a foul chat. If you're here, you want to stay in with our chat. Our chat. I can't lie. I think we got the most goated chat. They're not rude like that. They're actually blessed. Yeah. Until then. Yeah, maybe.
But bro, it's the fact that there is. This is a. Do you know what? This is a beauty of YouTube, though. Really and truly, yeah. That we are on here, and we are the ones talking, and we are the ones that get absolute abuse. Yeah, right. But like the comments are so damn important. Like a lot of the times when I'm at work, I'm in the comments and I'm probably more active than I am when I'm on shows. Yeah, because there's.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's man that join shows not because they want to see Cass, Once, Goonally.
I mean, cheers.
It's because they want to beef with other man in the comments.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, big up Monson. He's nearly on 8K as well. So shout out Monson for that, man. It's just like it felt like it was only yesterday. He was only reached 6K. I can't even lie, man. So, but yeah, look, man. Lee, your fan base had Monson's fan base in a nutshell yesterday. They were. I'm not to the point I was even vexed about it, and I want to get your take on it. One loss, and these men are doing up new 11s, new best 11s, and stuff like that. Endo should partner McAllister. Curtis Jones shouldn't be on the pitch, like, because where you're going to fit Sabozo. They're saying that Trent shouldn't be at right back no more, and some of the logic is like, okay, by the logic is we've been doing well without Trent. By that logic, then don't have Mo Salah on the pitch because guess what? You scored about 8-10 goals without Mo Salah being around as well. Like your fan base has got them in tatters. And look, I think it's overreactionary, and that's something we say about Arsenal all the time. And I think now it's the tides have turned a little bit. Now we're debating Trent if he should be even on the pitch. Do you know?
Sorry, can I just throw out? Can I just defend my brother Monts?
Yeah,
Monts is not the guy. Monts was the one guy trying to calm that shit down.
No. Steps. Please, today's not the day for hero ball. We're not doing that. Whatever's going to happen next.
No, Months I tried, bro.
Whatever's going to happen next is fully deserved. So you can take that cape off. You can take that cape off.
Never our chat is entwined with the big six man chat. So they will know.
You can take that cape off. You don't need to save your brother because your brother, at the end of it, you might need to save him because he's going to need a bit of CPR. That's the only thing you're going to be saving.
I'm not giving it. To be clear, I'm not giving him CPR. Sorry, Months.
I'll be real with you. Yeah, cool. You know what it is. You know what? I have to be honest, right? And before I get on to Liverpool, every fan base online, and like the consensus is, certain fan bases are known for certain things, and Arsenal fans, I know, we're deluded. But the problem with Liverpool fans is they're fragile, and when it comes to football terms, I don't mean personally. You are bitches. They are a bunch of babies. They are bitches. And this is what has happened. They cannot take the fact that they've lost one game against Arsenal because they were like months saying they're going to win 4-2. And I saw people, their smug little reviews before the game. Oh, you know what? We're going to outscore them. That bitch, Curtis Jones. Oh, we can go up against anybody. We can outdo anybody. This is what has happened to Liverpool. So now the L that they're taking, and that is why Arsenal fans are continuously going on at them, because they can't take it. They can't take the fact that they lost against a team who they don't believe is anywhere near their level. And they treated us prior to the game like Chelsea. They treated us prior to the game like we're some small fry because they beat us in the FA Cup, when in truth, we should have won. In my opinion, okay, fine, we didn't score the goals. Let them take their shine. And then they kept celebrating how they brought on all their youngsters. They tried to go out of the cup. And then what happened? They got slapped. And not only did they lose, they got bullied. And they're all their superior players that they've got, they got moved to. So all of this aura from all their players, they got outdone by the same thing that they talk about at Anfield, because our crowd and our players stepped up to the plate and their players crumbled. And that's what they don't like. They don't like the fact that they were given the chest the same way how Arsenal fans were doing it before the Spurs game when we drew 2-2, and the same way that Arsenal fans were doing it before the Chelsea game where we drew 2-2. It's the same thing Liverpool fans got lulled into this false sense of security that they're this superior team when they're running off right now a lot of momentum rather than their players being exceptionally good. They're good, but they're not the level that they think they are. Some of these players, Curtis Jones being one of them, McAllister being another one of them, Szoboszlai being another one, Luis Diaz being another one, Nunes being another one. All of these players that they've got fabricated in their mind that they think that they're so good, they came to the Emirates and we showed them that we're a very good team. We didn't show them levels because I'm not sitting there saying that Arsenal are 10 times better than them. And that's what they can't stand. So when you've got people like Monts trying to be saved by Daps, no, because he sat there with his arrogant little self on Friday when I saw him. Oh, you know what? 4-2. I think we're going to win 4-2. And I saw it from everybody. I saw it from all their fans. And then all week, it was hysteria about Klopp being compared to Wenger and Klopp being compared to Mourinho. Listen, in the Premier League, you're a small fry. You have to admit it. You're a small fry.
You guys won nothing in 20 years.
Listen. I'm sorry.
My brother not seen it. Listen,
you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. If you, I don't even know what team you support. But if you support Liverpool,
I'm a Liverpool fan.
We're winning it all, isn't it? And I'm here for it.
Please,
carry on. Go on.
Please. This isn't time for Liverpool. Your time will be at the end when we want to talk to you. Because right now, this is the sermon that you need. This is all the sermon that you need. You don't need to hear anything more. That's just the bottom line. Liverpool fans are a bunch of babies. And listen, part of it is because it's Liverpool against the world. And part of it is because of the whole Hillsborough thing for them, which is a serious matter. We can't joke with that. And they take real offense to that, and it's literally Liverpool against the world. So I can get that. I respect that. It's an institution, but you can't take the fact that you lost a game that you thought you was going to win because you think that you're the 1920 Liverpool team that you're not. And you're doing well. You've done well. Everybody has to give them a little bit of respect, but please know yourself. Don't treat us like no small fry because we're a very good team and you got lost in the sauce. You got lost in the gulag and we had to bring you down to levels and we did that. And I told Daps before, Daps was asking me, can you do me a favor? And I told him we would do it. Because you guys got lost.
Very grateful.
So stop being froggy, stop being jumpy, accept the L. And that's because then Arsenal fans won't go on about it because we're only going on about it because we know we can wind you up.
Bonds, can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
It's from a neutral. Are you worried? Right, so you drop points on Sunday, 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
Upset, butthurt, angry, frustrated that you drop points. You now worry that Arsenal win the league.
You
Or is
can't
it?
out. You can't.
He said, "Are you worried Arsenal gonna win the league?" I think he said.
No, no, no.
Hold on.
Can you hear me okay now? Let me drop it.
Yeah,
Can you hear me
go
better
on.
now? Yeah, better now.
Go on. Yeah,
Right.
go on.
So you dropped 3 points. Now, are you worried that by dropping 3 points that now Arsenal could win the league, or is it because you know what City could do?
Well, my point stays the same. Even though I scream Jurgen Quad, I also say 100 times a week that I need 12 points clear of Man City. How many times have you heard me say that? How many times have you heard me say I need a significant gap? I said 6 points ain't enough. I said 9 points ain't enough. I need 12 points. Obviously, whether that's going to happen is a whole different conversation.
I'm sorry.
But
I'm sorry.
saying that's how
I
much
have
I
to
need.
interject.
No,
I have to
you
interject.
don't have
As a-
to
Hey,
interject.
no,
as a
accepted. Please interject.
As a wise elder man here,
Bro, I've been
there's
asked a
something-
question.
hold on, there's
I've
something.
been asked a question.
There's some.
Can I at least answer the
There's
question?
people in the chat. There's people in the chat that they're going to learn a lesson. They're going to learn a word called oxymoron, and an oxymoron is one
And me, I don't know what that means
and
either.
another end.
Oh my god!
You can't talk up both sides of your mouth. You can't scream Jurgen Quad and then pretend that you need 9 points, 12 points. If you believe that you are going to win all 4 competitions, you don't need 9 points. You need to go in there.
Right.
You didn't. This chat before was Jurgen Quad. So the Jurgen Quad was there when you had 4 points or 5 points clear of Liverpool, Man City, right? So now all of a sudden, now it's I still believe we're going to win the quad, but you need 12 points. That's called an oxymoron. You're both opposite ends. It doesn't make sense. You can't talk at both sides of your mouth. Talk very forward, very literal, and say you're going to win 4 competitions because you're the best team and you deserve that, or you're not going to win 4 competitions because ultimately you're not good enough. And that's not a problem, because if you win 2 competitions, if you win 3, that's amazing. But don't say things that you don't mean. So the VAR smells bullshit. That's what it smells.
Can I ask you a question?
Going back to what I was saying. I've kept the same energy in regards to Man City, where I say, for me, even the 2, I always believe you're going to win your game in hand in it. So let's pretend you won your game in hand. That 2-point gap before we lost against Arsenal wasn't a big enough gap for me to say that we are winning the league.
So why did you say Jurgen Quad? Jurgen Quad means that you're winning the league. That's what it means. Jurgen Quad means winning the league.
I didn't know Robbie's kneecaps. Just keep
Jurgen Quad means winning the league.
I didn't know this.
That's what it means.
No. Again, I believe we are. We are challenging again. Lee, you're shadow boxing. That's why Kaz ain't here right now. That's why that's just fixing this. You're shadow boxing. If you want to do the stream yourself, let me know. But right now, listen to what I'm saying, and then you can carry on going on your monologue. Thank you. All I'm saying is that when I say Jurgen Quad, we are challenging for all 4 trophies. I believe we can win all 4, and we have a very good chance of winning the Premier League. I would put Manchester City in as favourites ahead of us as it stands after the Arsenal loss. But again, like you said, this is one loss. It doesn't completely change the complexion of what I think. It's one loss. It doesn't mean the rest of our season is derailed. I still believe we go back to doing what we're doing. We go back to winning ways against Burnley, and we get back on track. Yes, you are better than us. I was wrong. We made the wrong judgment. We faced a very, very good Arteta side, and they got the job done. It's as simple as that. Now, whether you want to brand the fan base as bitches, as sensitive, and all these things, that's your opinion, and you can have your opinion. I think a very similar thing about the Arsenal fan base. I think you can say 10 positive things about your fan base. If I say one negative thing, I'll be goaded and I'll be castrated alive. I generally think you guys avoid expectation, and seek validation. That's what you man do. You can't call anyone bitches. You can't call anyone a bitch or bitches, because when things really went south, we didn't see you. So to then come here and call a whole fan base, brand them as bitches, is a bit funny to me, knowing that you ran when things really got tough and when things really hit the pan for Arsenal, even though there was still plenty of time to bounce back like you knew they would. You weren't.
I feel like City need to run away with the league now. right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
because you man, sorry, because you man, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was saying before, this Liverpool Arsenal thing is heating up to a point where, as a new, I like watching this shit. You man, yeah.
I just can I have a poll? When Monts' whole rhetoric now, his whole story is he said Jurgen Quad because he believes that Liverpool could have won 4 trophies, but I know what he meant. Jurgen Quad meant they are winning, just the same way how Callum's video. So can you put a poll? What did Monts mean by Jurgen Quad? Did he mean they potentially can win, or they are winning? Because then we'll get to the bottom of the rubbish that he's spewing. Because now all of a sudden it's it's Jurgen Quad, but we needed 9 points, we needed 12 points. It's nonsense. You're not getting away with the nonsense that you are spewing, and I'm not going to let you. And the reason why I can do that is because you're my brother. So I can pull up my peoples because
you made him smile.
When they're chatting shit, I can do that. I can call them out. That's the reason why.
I mean,
so obviously
that's why we need. By the way, that's why we need a Coppish on Thursday in Cal.
There's a new
going on?
show. So I don't know. You know, the smoke you've been talking before. So now when I speak to you and I get the angle of where you've been at and what you've been saying, then I'll be able to understand and kind of pick bones in what you're saying. But for me, Monts knows what he's doing. And as I said to you, Monts sent Welcome into the fire the other day, spewing a whole load of crap.
Nah, I'm not having that.
And then when the shit hit the fan and I was on the show on Sunday, my man was sitting down.
Nah, Lee.
He was Gollum. And I'm like, hold on.
Nah, Lee.
Bring your chest out.
Lee, you know what, yeah? So, for those that don't know, Welks is Cass's boy from back in the day, yeah? Right.
That's fine.
I am right, aren't I? Right. And Welks has started this season on Never a Foul. He's predominantly on Never a Foul. I think he's gone on Big Sixpence, a few other channels now. But I've enjoyed watching the come up of Welks. Yeah. I've enjoyed it, bro. And that's why it's very enjoyable to watch him be baptized the other day, right? That wasn't because, let me be clear, Welks' chest is not because of Monts at all. Monts is far more humble than Welks. People watching this will not believe it. Trust me, he is. Yeah. On a day-to-day basis, throughout the season, he's been more humble than Welks. That's why it's beautiful to watch Welks look like an adolescent child that was being told off by a teacher and didn't want to talk back because he knew he'd hold licks, right? That's Welks, bro. Like, I've watched Welks and I've clocked him, right? A bit the way you clock Roms. That again, Monts is like, you know, when you think someone's the ringleader, but actually they're not the ringleader. They're not the ringleader.
Who's kind of carved him? I know you're saying from the start.
I tell you, the ringleader is
somebody's wound him up to the point where now he's literally got double D's.
Who is it?
And I don't know if it's because he's been eating too many burgers.
Well, you're saying Monts is Turkey now. He's giving everyone them double D's and that.
Really carved out a niche, and certain niche for him to say certain things which he doesn't believe. And Monts is the reason why. And listen, as I said to you, I clocked Roms from ages ago. Roms, you are in the chat. Roms is the nastiest.
Oh, he's in every chat, like you, Lee.
Roms is worse than Monts.
100%. Their name's Ron.
Roms is a nasty guy. Roms is a nasty guy, and he deserves it as well because these men have been talking smoke. And this is the reason why. Because really, truly, if I want to be objective, I actually rewatched the game today. And I was very harsh on McAllister. I thought McAllister was very good in the game. I actually thought that Konate he wasn't as bad as people are making out.
I thought
the referee was absolutely horrendous in the game. And that red card should have never been a second yellow for Konate, for me. So when you want to do the objective football thing, but it's because Liverpool fans deserve all of this because they did what we did. So yes, I'm not deserving myself of anything. Of course, I know that Arsenal fans are weirdos. I'm part of that crew. I know Arsenal fans chat rubbish. I know Arsenal fans talk so much online. But Liverpool fans, I just want to make everybody clear. When it comes to football, they cry mercy. For anything. They cry mercy for everything and anything. When everything goes wrong and the injustice, it is extrapolated to the point of no return. And that's what Liverpool fans
doing your best Don impression, big words.
They just can't.
Yeah, let me run some of these. I want to get Musta's
opinion. So, no, Cass, I've got to ask you real quick.
And happy birthday to Kendall, by the way.
Happy birthday, Kendall. if you know, I know Monts right now is feeling hella powerful. I'm not gonna lie.
He's waiting
but-
for something.
But you said you know who the ringleader is. Who?
Oh
do you
yeah. All right, I know who the ringleader is. Yeah, guys. First and foremost, get me another 10 likes. I'll tell you the ringleaders.
I want to know this ringleader
three of
is.
them. I thought it's 3 of them. I call them the 3 horsemen. Yeah, the 3 flying horsemen. As that. Yeah.
Oh,
So
oh,
please,
oh.
there's one of them. The first one is called Matt. Yeah.
No, bro. One of them is
wait.
them. There's 2 of them.
Who?
Matt's not it.
Wait,
Matt's
wait,
too
wait.
quiet, man. It's not Matt.
It's a collective. It's a collective. If you listen to Kopish when Liverpool were on a high horse,
their watch-alongs are brilliant, by the way. Their watch-alongs are sensational.
Watch their watch-alongs and see how they react when their goals go in. The first
No.
one,
The best of their watch-alongs is when a decision doesn't go their way and straight away. Well, we all know Arsenal and City are getting those decisions instantly. You know?
quick one.
Drifty is the best at that one.
The three horsemen or the 3-headed dragon, Matt. Then it's Cal, and the one that tops it all off is 1,000,000 quadrillion% Drifty.
Yeah,
It's Drifty.
Yep. Thank you, bro.
That guy thinks there's a reason why Cal does all the features, all of them, because Drifty can't own up. That's why it's the 3-headed dragon, the 3-headed horseman, however you want to label it. And then there's Monts, who is their disciple.
Yeah.
Disciple.
Can I just say, Drifty went on DR Sports and said, pound for pound, Klopp is the best manager ever. That is his word. That was his words. I couldn't believe he said, pound for pound, people, that Jurgen Klopp is the best manager.
Can we refer to him as Norbert from now on, please?
And this is the thing. So yes, Arsenal fans, because I don't want to feel like I'm dissolving Arsenal fans of anything. But listen, we all love these guys as Mandem because so we can say this. These men are the reason why, including Monts, why I hate Liverpool. I didn't hate Liverpool before. One of my actual best friends that I've known for years, and his dad, Paris and Nigel, shout out because I know they watch Never a Foul as well. They're Liverpool fans. I didn't have a
same with me and Arsenal fans, bro. But that's the reason why you dislike him. I've got a problem with my
kind of man that when it's just too much crying. It's too much of this victim mentality, and I understand. As I said, I don't want to take away from the Hillsborough stuff because I understand.
Can I just? Sorry,
that plays a part.
No. But I feel like with that we do need to because I understand why Liverpool fans sometimes feel that when you say that word, it's linked to that. Let me be clear. My brother-in-law's father was one of the main charity people for Hillsborough. Yeah, for that family alone, I will never disrespect Hillsborough, let alone the fact I'm actually an all right human being. I will call Arsenal victims when they are always moaning about referees. That is what, me personally, that's what I'm referring to when I say victim. I'm not meaning that. So please, anyone that ever takes offense, I'm not meaning that. I will agree with you on the Monts thing, slyly. Monts, you always try and sidestep this one, yeah? But
and Musa, he's a positive.
I will forever remember being in an airport in Portugal last August, and I couldn't watch Sky Sports. I couldn't watch or whatever channel it was, right? Because I was literally checking in. So you know what? I had YouTube on my phone, and Matt, Cal, Drifty, they're my boys. Support the ting. Watch the watch along for the Charity Shield. And there was a certain young man that I've also got even more love for, if I'm being honest, going by the name of Monica. And he was a guest on that. And he was the one that had to almost be calmed down by the 3-headed dragon when Núñez scored and Haaland didn't. Right.
Let me do this.
Monts, you were getting very excited then.
Let me do this because.
But then you kind of stepped sideways and let the Liverpool fan base take all the smoke.
He did. Football. By the way, you're on mute, Monts.
You're on mute, Monts.
Says Liverpool lead 2024 soon. Handshake. And then Charlie says Arsenal fans calling another fan base bitches is crazy. Say Foden is better than Saka, and the tampons collectively fall out.
We're crazy.
And Enigma, Keen Super Chat, big up yourself. The last 3 games on Total XG are AFC 6.55 to LFC 2.24. These men get outplayed every time they play at the Emirates. Is that specifically the games at the Emirates? They predict a trashing FFS.
Arsenal have actually been good against Liverpool.
And
I
then
actually
says-
Very good.
the last 5 games,
Ooh.
man. I'm not gonna lie. Now I've seen the
Arsenal
record.
Arsenal will not lose to City neither. Talking about the Etihad, write it
Okay.
down.
No. Listen, don't edit me off the screen when that stuff comes up. Edit me off the screen. But Arsenal fans are crazy. And this is what I'm saying. I can admit, Arsenal fans, including myself, we are wild, but we know what we are. Liverpool fans pretend that they are some holier than thou club who, nothing. The sun shines on their ass twice a day. It never rains in Liverpool. It's always amazing. And we just are here to tell you, we don't give a shit about Liverpool. We don't give a shit about your club. We don't give a shit about the city. Fair play. Look, it is a decent city, but we don't care. And logic says, when it comes down to it, you, man, are a bunch of babies. And that's it. And that's it.
Let me do this quickly. By the way, guys, look, please smash the like button. This is the first time I asked you in 30, 50, 25 minutes. If you haven't done so yet, you know where it's exit the live chat on your phones if you're watching from your phones, especially because that's where the majority of people watch from. And then please smash the like button, because then this will just go to next man, and it helps other people's channels that get to watch these guys as well. So please just do that as a little bit of a favor. Amika, or sorry if I said your name wrong, by the way, Ameka or Ameka. Gunali, will you take another sabbatical after Arsenal's next loss?
Listen, you might find out on Sunday. You might find out on Sunday.
Yeah,
you know what I said to Cass the other day? Do you know what I actually said to Cass the other day? This is where I find YouTube funny. You know what? This is Lee's role, and he plays it perfectly.
He does. The thing is, Lee, just say it now. You're busy. You're actually busy for the week. Like you're quite busy.
Kaz, am I busy for the week?
Yeah, you're busy for the week.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you know what?
People realise we actually sometimes do stick to our roles.
Once has been very quiet, because I know once he's doing that meditating thing because he's just waiting. Yeah, Bussa, you've been very quiet. You're not very quiet typically. You're moving at Welks, and I know it's hard to get a word in over Lee when he's getting giddy the way he has been. Land, respond. Are you gonna have that?
Listen, I'm gonna say this, like, mentally, we know the team that won the league is gonna have the more dominance over the team that hasn't won anything in like how long, 4 years, whatever it is. But
so are you talking to me or Lee? Just to be clear.
No, I don't Arsenal. Arsenal haven't won anything in like 4 years. Like
I'll back down.
They haven't won anything in 4 years. They haven't won a league title in 20. So like, of course, Liverpool are gonna have the mental edge. So I don't know why he's talking about babies. Maybe you can talk about the fans, maybe, but the fans have a right to be. I think we have a right to be over what I want to say, reactionary, because we lost the league by a point twice. I'm not. We have, bro. If we lose like any game, it's like, oh my god, we lost. So we have to, and we can't lose by a point again, because now it's Jurgen's last season and stuff like that. So we want to win the league because of these certain things happening. So everyone's been like, oh my god, Liverpool lost the game. That's what Liverpool fans are thinking. That's what Liverpool fans are angry about. That's what we're frustrated about. That's all it is. It's not about you. It's not about Arsenal. We're not gonna make it about Arsenal, because realistically, we don't see Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie to you. We don't see Arsenal as the title challenger. We see City and us. I'm be honest. I'm an honest guy, for me anyway, for a Liverpool fan.
But
So,
Misha,
the
problem is.
Hold on, let him finish. Let him finish quickly.
You're lying, though.
Let him finish on that. Go on.
I'm not lying. I'm
Go on. What were you going to say there?
Liverpool fans do not see Arsenal as title challengers. I'm gonna tell you for real. Like, Liverpool fans see City and Liverpool. That's all we see. We don't see Arsenal. We don't see, especially this season now going on. We don't see Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal are gonna. Arsenal might end the season trophyless. There's an easy. Like, people will probably bet on it, put money on it, and they could literally end the season trophyless easily.
I don't think that it wouldn't be worth putting money on it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but it's easily, like, it could happen. It could happen. Anyone knows. Liverpool are in a final. We're in battling all four fronts. A loss could happen. Like, I understand. We're gonna play 60 games a season. Arsenal are gonna play Arsenal are playing how many games, and they're still bottling games and stuff like that. Like, they're not playing the same amount of games we are. We have players back, a lot of players back. a lot of players back, and hopefully we get everyone gelling, and we
You
keep
might
our
get
next
tired,
season.
innit?
That's all
Liverpool
it
get
is.
tired
That's
easily.
all it is.
I agree with you.
That's all
They
it
do.
is.
You know what? I've got a
We get-
question. I've got a
But-
question.
but-
I'm gonna
but-
Elan. I've got a
No,
question. After.
no, after you guys, I'll go after you guys.
No, I was gonna ask Monshare. Yeah, a
You
real
like that
question.
one?
Hey, a bit of it's not. This is
Sensational work. I even need to yell.
Thanks.
Hey, do you know what? There was, but I'm not gonna lie. There was two bits I picked up in there. Firstly, you spoke very much about when someone's won a lot of trophies recently and the other one hasn't. The mentality is with the person that's won a lot of trophies recently. Remember that.
100%.
Remember that. Secondly, remember that fully.
That's honest though. That's honest.
No. It is honest. I respect the honesty. So remember that.
Yeah, man, we
And
must-
secondly, I hear you because you've been playing a lot of seasons. You've been playing a lot of games every season. Sometimes you get tired. Remember that as well. Anyway, you carry on now with your.
I was gonna say, did you want to?
You please carry on with that.
Because obviously I want
No,
to.
go on, guys.
I was gonna say, yeah, Monshare, you're smiling and everything, but I'm gonna ask you a serious question. Do you reckon, Jurgen Klopp announcing his not retirement, him announcing that he's going to leave quite early was the wrong thing to do in hindsight, potentially? Because this is, remember, I don't want it to be a reactionary question because you have beat Bournemouth, you did smash, Norwich, you did smash the other team as well, and it's only one loss, right? Do you reckon that's a mistake in hindsight, potentially?
I feel like there's no right time to drop that bomb.
End of the season?
I even think the end of the season, because if you drop it at the end of the season, people are going to say, well, why didn't he maybe say this before? And that could have even got the let's say we lost by a point again. Jurgen leaving, some people might look at it as, Jurgen leaving might have been the extra push we needed.
Oh, it's a hindsight. It's a hindsight. It's a beautiful
it's
thing.
Always going to be a hindsight thing. That's why I said there's no right time to drop that news. When he dropped the news, I felt like there could have been a better time. But then when I really sat there and deeped it,
man.
When I sat there and deeped it, I was like, well,
it helped us.
I would have felt like this. I would have felt like that. That's at any point, whether it was
it's like there's so many things where right. So let me take a perfect example. Is Omar leaving City, right? Omar leaving City, people go, that's because he knows the charges are coming. But alternatively, I could argue, no, that kind of tells me that Man United would not hire someone that is going to be linked to charges, right? And this is the thing that right now, if you go on a mad run and do it for Norbert, then it was perfect timing. Alternatively,
if it goes the
you
other
could
way.
have players that are now there going, well, hold on, why am I supposed to do it for Norbert when Norbert and his whole backroom staff ain't doing it for us? They're leaving. This is apparently part of a rebuild, and a year in, they're abandoning ship. Salah, now Salah's like, do you know what? I'm being offered hella money, and the guy that I'm loyal to is leaving. Do I go? And there could be other people, but we will not know till the end of the season, and that's where hindsight will be a beautiful thing. I think.
You know what though, Dax? You know the beautiful thing about this is that Arsenal are the ones that are starting this conversation, because before it was we're doing it for Klopp.
Look at them trying to make
we're gonna win for Klopp. Now all of a sudden, there's questions being thrown into. Oh, well, maybe the heads have gone, and maybe some players are just a bit like, well, he's going now, so I don't really care. And it's beautiful that it's Arsenal that have, even if it's not true.
Well, this is part of propaganda for a title race. Let's be
nice
real.
That Arsenal are the ones that have thrown everything into jeopardy for them. And there's a possibility that it's Arsenal that have derailed some sort of title.
You know what it is? A lot of people in here don't believe the whole, they think literally it's players on the pitch and that's how title races are won. And predominantly it is. But the propaganda, I think it is so much more than that. There's mind games, and I think last season Arsenal ultimately at the end of the season having less games than City, some more mental time to be sat round overthinking things with a young squad is relevant, right? Whereas City had no time to think because they're just playing game after game after game. All these little things, so it is relevant that I think if Arsenal, that's why I give Arsenal a lot of credit for how. I thought at halftime, the fact that Arsenal had done everything in the first half, and still somehow at halftime had bottled it, came out and Liverpool looked on job, and I'm thinking, this could be long. And fair play to Arsenal, they showed balls maybe that at some points they didn't have last season and got the job done. And now this is where it's beautiful that if Arsenal go and I said, if Arsenal don't win, they're out of the title race. Now, Arsenal have to back this up with an away trip to West Ham, who they've lost to probably about a month ago, right? If they win that, we can then say, do you know what? This is good for their mentality. They're going to go on a run now, right? Same way, like if City lost last night, then everything that happened at the weekend is pretty much irrelevant. And this is where it's all propaganda.
The thing is with Liverpool fans is before the game, it was all, oh, we're going to end Arsenal's title hopes. We're going to be 8 points clear. And now what they're doing is they're not zooming into the game. They're zooming out. And what's Roms's famous line?
Yes.
It's let's see you in May. See you in. And I'm like, hold on a second. Why are you moving the goalpost? Why does everybody keep saying, oh, like it's all about moving past the game in May? No. The narrative was you are going to beat Arsenal and that you're going to take Arsenal out. And as Moose is trying to fabricate his little stories, we don't care about Arsenal. That's the most nonsense. It was all about ending Arsenal's title hopes. Because why? Because we're in a title race with you, whether you like it or not.
To slap Chelsea.
And the fact of the matter is, for me, nothing sums up Liverpool fans more than Jamie Carragher. Where you've got an Arsenal team. You've got an Arsenal team who have beaten Liverpool, I didn't mean Liverpool thing. Liverpool, who are a very good team. Nobody denies that. And then what you do is you take it away. You take that fantastic, not the result, the performance away. You take the performance away from Arsenal and you take it on the fact that we're celebrating. Listen, you can have your views about celebrating, but you didn't not once give any props to Arsenal. And you know, people are going to say, "Oh, it's everybody makes it about Arsenal." No, Liverpool make it all about them because Jamie Carragher sums up Liverpool fans. It's all about them.
What's your view on that, on the Carragher stuff, though? Because I think most people actually.
If you watch the post game, Jamie Carragher gave his props to Liverpool, but what is negativity
in the moment?
Negativity is always louder than positivity.
Do you know what?
It's literally like when after the game. When they're dissecting the game and when he praised Jorginho, especially, he praised parts of Arsenal's game and their overall performance. But when he goes and tweets what he does and changes his picture that's the selling point as opposed to what he said in the commentary box and whatever.
What he said back in the commentary box and what he tweeted, I think he tweeted it pretty much straight after the game. They are two things for me that are in the moment, yeah. And I've been speaking on this a lot, right? That one thing I hate.
It was right, by the way. I didn't say I'm not even.
No. But then once he was in the studio and had calmed down, he was complimentary, yeah. But I was talking to someone about the Walker Mope thing yesterday, yeah, and. I hate how referees basically, like one rule I really hate is say the referee gives a bad decision and the player's got the ball in his hands and throws it, not at anyone, just throws it down, right? And then the ref will be yellow card because that's dissent, right? Because you're acting angry. No, I'm frustrated, bro, because you've just given a bad decision against me. This is a very important game to me. And I can't say anything to you because I can't hurt your feelings. But I can't show my emotions by not throwing a ball at no one, not kicking no one. I just threw a ball at the damn ground because I'm frustrated, not angry.
When Nunes did this.
Bro, all of that. And even in certain walks of life where people will go to me, I feel intimidated. You're acting aggressive. And I'm like, I'm not acting. Trust me, I'm just frustrated, right? I'm sorry if it's coming across like I'm being angry. I'm just frustrated. And I think defending Carragher very, very slightly, he probably tweeted that because you know what? He does love Liverpool. Even if Van Dijk don't love him, by the way, he loves Liverpool. But at the same time, bro, Klopp ran on the pitch for fuck's sake. Like
my man,
Klopp
my
ran on.
My man did his celebrating.
No. Don't you see? You are you are the epitome. So a last minute winner's fine, but against Everton, mad. Against last minute winner, or beating a team in a title race, bro. A last minute winner against Everton or beating a team in a title race. Arteta did not enter the field once.
Last minute winner is much more surprising.
That is so.
Let me add my 2 pence.
This is why for me, Liverpool fans, I'm sorry. You are a great bunch of people, but you're a bunch of simps because you simp for everything to do with your manager. You cry mercy. When it's to do with Liverpool, it's holier than thou. When it's to do with anybody else, it's wrong. You can't do it. Yada yada yada. But listen,
I never
for
said
me-
I never said I was wrong. By the way.
By the way,
I never
Musa,
said it
yeah,
once.
this
I was wrong.
this is a fact. Yeah, I'm not here to slate Liverpool nor Arsenal. I can't lie. I'm just trying to play whatever it may be. I'm just listening, right? If you won that game, Liverpool, Klopp would have ran down that touchline, and you know it. And why? So you're being a bit of a hypocrite right now because you already know how you would have reacted when you celebrate. You'd have been celebrating.
Do you know how Klopp would react?
You know, but we know. So why, if you're gonna do that, then why are you gonna do that?
No,
I
we
don't
do
know.
know, bro. Come on.
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Bro, you know.
Come on, bro. You do.
You know
You
when I
do.
beat Sunday, when it comes down to
Bro,
Sunday,
Klopp has
happened.
Klopp has a finishing move when you win a game. Literally, he's like a character on Mortal Kombat. He has a finishing move, yeah. It's just the way it is. And I don't want to take that away from Klopp, but I do, for the first time, I actually do understand that there does seem to be mad celebration police with Arsenal. Like it's a bit like they Newcastle have been praised for that, and they're not in a title race, but Arsenal do it. When I actually agree, Arsenal need this. Liverpool needed Klopp to have that relationship with the fan base. It's something your whole club and the Klopp era has been built on. I'll tell you, it's just trying to do the same, man. Come on, it's passion.
After a game against West Brom, however long ago it was, these men were doing kumbaya, holding hands like it was ring a rosy. That I'm sure Daps you done with your daughter
Don't know the
many
context
years ago.
You just don't.
It might be Cass doing that, to be fair, while he does the tea party.
Now all of a sudden, the barometer of who can tell people how to celebrate are Liverpool fans because it's too much for them. Please spare me. I saw who was it? Liverpool, you played Norwich, and in the last minute you scored a goal, and I think it was Lallana to score the goal. And I saw Klopp, he broke his glasses. Nobody talks about that. I'm sick to death. Alisson header. For me,
Alisson header is another. Alisson header doesn't happen. Like
for
no.
me, listen, again. No.
I'm not having this.
No, but Musa, what you're missing, Musa.
Oh, but bro, Arsenal winning the league, would you have that?
Yeah,
so it's just as important.
The league.
No, but bro, it's relevant. It is relevant. Come on, man. This is double standards. I'm not gonna lie.
Musa. What you're missing, Musa? What you're missing out on?
By the way, Lee, can I interject quick? I need to interject quickly. I've seen them on Smile. Mons is allowing all of this to shift.
He knows.
I hope it's. I hope Munce's mood's getting better because I'm not gonna lie, you were a bad guy bringing Leon for another cooking of months.
By the way, in fairness, this was perfect for Lee, to be fair, because he ain't gonna be on for another week. It makes sense, yeah. I can't lie. When it comes to Arsenal, kind of better than Lee, really.
Yeah, but Munce's day has been building up. Looking forward to a civilized conversation with Dan Potts. Next minute, oh fuck's sake!
Mons is a bad guy. No. Mons is not a bad. He's a villain. Yeah, he's a perfect villain. He's being silent because he's gonna wait for Sunday for when Lee jumps back on, just in case. Yeah, and what he does, Mons does this thing where he's silent enough to the point it deflects. Somebody else talks in the same fan base and lets all the slander go towards him because they're just baiting it, and he just picks his moments. The guy is a villain. He reminds me of that brother from Hero, whatever his name is. That he used to be able to just blow up a madness, fam. Like in moments, the click of his fingers. Yeah, that's Mons. As soon as he switches, it's done. You know what it is? Yeah, I've been very praising of Liverpool, and I think you deserve it. Yeah, but Mons doesn't deserve anything because Mons will say, "When did I say this? When did I say that?" He tried to twist it and make sure that he doesn't look like a goon.
Damn agenda on you.
He is.
Liverpool. Damn
I do the same thing. No, it's a bad. Mons is a bad. Musa, he's leaving you there.
I saw he actually did. I saw him grinning when Musa was cooking and thought, yeah.
The grin was Musa. This is your Liverpool brethren right now.
Actually, I fell for it fully.
I'm fine. Get on to me. I don't mind that.
This is why his name is Mosquito. Because he goes missing, and then before you know it, he bites you in the night, bro.
Damn.
On the ankles. Very annoying.
5 minutes and 40 seconds left of the stream. I nearly got there.
How long? No, we got longer than that. We got Enzo to talk about.
Oh
No,
yeah,
but-
Monks. Can I just quickly, actually, early on, yeah,
I
I was watching. Obviously, I was in the comments earlier, going back and forth. I actually agree with you, by the way, because on the show, and anyone that watched the show earlier on, City defensively weren't good yesterday. I agree with you. So just to put it out there,
No,
I do agree with you.
Bro, I know
But I
know
also
we're
think,
clowning. I know we're clowning. That's why I don't buy it. That's why I don't buy it.
but also, I
Smart,
do
man.
also know that you were just looking for something to get that bit of like. And what I would say, the one thing I would say is, bro, City have been bad defensively all season. Allow it, allow it, bro. We've been bad defensively all season. Yeah. The one thing I would say is, yesterday I actually saw Diaz starting to look like he cared a bit more, putting his body on the line, and that is what I would take from that. But I just had to say this to you personally, because I think you thought I was in the comments trying to say City were good defensively. They weren't. But anyway, I know every single Arsenal and Liverpool fan in this chat right now, on the 35th minute, yeah, wanted to fucking tweet or never failed to go live with me on it at that point. But I told you didn't have enough for us. So let's move on to Enzo.
Yeah,
Lorenzo.
Do you want my opinion on the celebration thing? I don't know.
I would love him to say something.
Nah, it's fine.
Nah, we need it now. We need it.
Yeah, we need it now. You can't do that. I think the comments want it as well. So
listen,
pause.
I've got no issue with Arteta running down the touchline. I've seen Jose do it, and it's called an iconic moment. You know what I'm saying? When Origi scored the header against Everton in 2018, we talk when we talk about the celebration, how iconic that was. The fact that Arteta does that anyway. Like, Arteta's been running out his box and celebrating.
Yeah.
Like, that's his thing. Like, I don't really see that as anything crazy.
He's done that against Luton, yeah. He's done that.
Yeah, no, bro. I don't think that's anything too mad. Liverpool sang "You Never Walk Alone" and held hands in West Brom away. like we've had, everyone's had their moments.
Alisson header, that one.
Yeah, Alisson header was special. I feel like
United have lost the league. United lost the league at West Brom away.
Yeah, bro. Like all of these moments, like, let's not make football robotic. The only thing I had a problem with was obviously Odegaard taking the picture. I felt like I've never seen anyone like that's maybe because I've never seen it done before, innit? I've never seen someone go and take a picture. Me personally,
he's done it. I think he's done it before.
No. Okay, maybe yes. I've never seen it before. So when I've seen that, I look at that and go, okay, if my team is third place and I'm the captain and I have 3 Premier League assists and it's February.
I was second at the time.
God.
Yeah. So
I was second at the time.
Yo, it's second at the time. But like, I like to. It's like when I say we're 5 points clear of City, but I always say 2 points because of the.
You're not anymore, though.
I was saying.
But you're not anymore.
You had to get, but I'm saying because of the game in hand, it's a 2 point gap.
It's not anymore. It's now 2 points.
Either way, my point is, if you're the captain of your team and you haven't quite got over the line before, and you're not having your best season, in fact, you have 3 Premier League assists, and it's February the 4th, and you've won a game of significance, but it hasn't even taken you into first place. Yet you're taking pictures of the crowd. That to me, I felt like was a little bit over. I felt like that for me was too much. But if that's what you want to do, I feel like that just comes with backlash. So it's one of those things where me personally, I don't agree with it. But by all means, do it. I'm not going to police.
So all I'm saying is,
with that one, I'll say is I'm not going to police that celebration this time around. But if you don't win the league, and that picture's still there, that moment doesn't become an iconic moment. It doesn't.
Listen. I dare the cameraman try and bring that camera to the Etihad. I dare him.
It's got nothing. No, hold on. I'm sorry.
Let me land it. Let me land for a second. I'm just saying that these moments, if some form of success comes out of it, some form of success in any sort of way that you guys are going for, then trust me, then it's going to go down as the Odegaard picture. You're going to see Arteta with the Prem, and it's going to be great.
Listen, let me just make something very clear.
If Liverpool were to go win the league, or if City were to go win the league, that Odegaard thing...
You brought me over 1,000 likes already, bro. I'm good with
that will last in the wrong way. And it's
let me just say one thing as well with the Odegaard thing, right? The first thing is people don't know that this cameraman's been at this club for 20 years. The second thing is he was the same cameraman that was in the Amazon documentary when we played North London Derby against Spurs at home and we beat them 4-2. People don't remember these things. So these things, there's context that people don't like. But you know, as I said, and you know what, Monch said something really true, you know, about the whole Jamie Carragher, and I say it all the time. Nobody cares about the truth because the lie is more entertaining. They're gonna make up and fabricate all of these things to make out that Odegaard did it to mock Liverpool. No, he's celebrating with the cameraman who's been at this club, and there's that famous quote from him. He said, "I fucking love this club." Because he was in the Amazon documentary.
He wasn't taking pictures of the fans. He was taking pictures of the cameraman.
The guy, Stuart McFarlane, his name is. Everybody knows him because he's been at the club.
Well, it's like at City, you've got the bootman. The bootman is the guy that slides on the floor all the time. I hear it. I do.
No one's going to care about the I don't even get why the whole man. You know what fans are like. No one's going to care if you don't win the Premier. You know what that's.
But why would Man City fans be taking photo, like take that Odegaard moment and say, oh well, like that? No one, Man City don't care about it. It's Liverpool fans.
It got me 1,000 likes.
City fans are posting that.
For me, I'm sorry.
They've edited it.
For me,
no, it helps in a roundabout way. It helps Never Foul because it kind of helps my Instagram get a bit lively. Then they redirect over here. So
I just think it's a celebration that happened. The same way how I've got Kudus, sorry, at West Ham. He celebrates. He puts his arm around man, like to say, you know what? These men are some small fry. That is a disrespect for me. That is some disrespect.
What about Man United? That one.
No. When Kudus.
No, but then what's it call's now done it? Garnacho.
Yeah, no, but Garnacho.
In better fashion.
Okay, cool. The Garnacho one. It's like, yo, these three kids that are at Man United. Just sitting there, you know what? West Ham are some small fry. Let's just chill. Bro, people can take things however they want. They can take it in a disrespectful way, however they want. For me, that's mad. Bro, you made me choke.
Oh my God.
For me,
sorry, that was another 1,000 likes.
It's a celebration, and that's it. Like nobody needs.
Well said. I think I agree, Lee. The feeling that must be around Arsenal buzzing. When you're going for a title as well, you want your club to feel buzzing, and that is one way to do it. That cameraman, just all the staff around Arsenal must be buzzing. Like it's just a good feel, in my opinion. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The only one I find wrong with it is when Newcastle don't win and they don't take no more pictures. Why,
bro? It's crazy.
Yeah, Goodly, you're 100% correct. NUFC design. Oh, you know what? I mean, I'll take that back. NUFC. And oh wait, you're not an NUF. Never mind. Charlie Hammond. It says Arsenal going to be playing us with 10 men. I think Charlie must be a City fan. I think Rice's head will be gone. Our fans are going to be onto him the moment he walks out. Oh, wait. Who is you West Ham?
He means West Ham, bro. It means West Ham.
Lit Vibes says, creative name, by the way. Was Arsenal really that good or Van Dijk and Alisson saved them? I think Mont's alluded to a little bit like that.
First half Arsenal were that good.
I don't think it was a masterclass from Arsenal. Congrats to them anyway. That's a good opinion. But when you have one shot on target the whole game, I'm sorry, that's a lot to talk about.
First half Arsenal were that good. Second half Arsenal were that clinical. That's a difference.
Yeah,
I don't think Arsenal were that good second half, but they were
performance second half.
Yeah, NUF Design says, I guess Virgil, Van Dijk, and Alisson didn't see Martinelli, Saka, and Trossard too. That's why they conceded. Kid in the hoodie, Border Dash.
Sorry, has Trossard now earned the right to be labelled a super sub? By the way,
what's Border Dash?
Yeah, listen, he scored and he scored 6 goals against Liverpool as well.
Off the bench,
We talk about Jota. Listen, Trossard is another one.
Trossard off the bench is a problem. I'm not going to lie.
He's a problem, man. He loves
fucking
C, by the way. AMT says, if there was no social media, there's no issue, which I do agree with. And Amika or Amaka, let me know how to say your name in the comments properly, by the way. I don't want to disrespect you. The annual AFTV meltdown in May, we will be there. Yeah, we will.
Listen, just make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure you subscribe.
And then NUF, another super chat. Big up, by the way, man. I appreciate you. At least find out the facts about why Odegaard took a picture of the club photographer before running with a narrative. Thanks, Lee. But yeah, man, look. That's that, man. We've done a whole hour on that part. I think it's dead and buried now. We can move on. Monsters Biden.
Is this a line under Arsenal and Liverpool for now? Anything more is title race conversation.
Yeah, literally. But we got Enzo. We got Enzo to talk about. If you didn't know, there's been a bit of a Chelsea meltdown today. Don't go anywhere, people, because Lee loves a Chelsea chat, and so does Monts. Yeah, so there's rumors. Look, whether it's true or not, I'm not gonna deny it. Jack Talbot is a damn fraud, isn't it? And it's come from him. And it's come from transfer.com as well. Jack Talbot's awful crap.
What, as bad as Madrid and Barcelona's?
Tier 4 source. But the only reason why I'm gonna put it as a relevance is because it's not the first time it's come up before. And obviously with Chelsea's situation, players will be talking, and in and around the club must not be that great. And I think Chelsea fans can allude to it, but we will talk about it. And I will want to get, actually I want to get Monster's opinion on it first. Enzo wanted to dip, but it'll be difficult with obviously his contract. Like, for me, in my opinion, I think there is some truth to it. Like, I think at the end of the season, there will be a lot more talk about it, because if Chelsea don't get the European football again, bro, a lot of these players are stars. The brother just won a World Cup. Caicedo will be there. They might struggle to get a couple players, maybe yes or no. If Enzo leaving, that's just I think that might spark a domino effect. I think Chelsea are in big trouble, as you said on your own show, and I like, bro, you never know, man. They could really fall off a big cliff.
Who have Chelsea got next?
I think
Anyone know?
Villa tomorrow in the
think
cup.
They're done. Yep.
I think Chelsea are in a position where they have to be very careful now as to what they do with the management. The hierarchy set in stone. They've tried to go for change, but they've kept their same principles without caring for the club the way Abramovich did. So I don't actually think much has changed at Chelsea. They'll swear to you that things have changed. They'll swear to you that they want to give people time and it's no longer hire and fire. And I did allude to this at the start of the season. When I tried to tell Don, you have not changed. It is hire and fire. We are in February, and since November...
Oh, it has changed once. It has. Quality of
I
what
think
they're
you would have been
hiring.
gone.
No, hold on. The quality of what they are hiring and firing has changed.
Yeah, exactly. But remember when I said to Don about, the institution of Chelsea, I said, you guys are probably going to be done with your manager within 3-4 months. And look where we are. Long behold, look where we are. Because there's a certain quota that managers need to hit, even if things aren't going well with Chelsea. And as you said, the quality is not being replaced properly. And with Chelsea, they don't have, I feel like the way they're spending money and what they're doing, if they're not careful, you see like every club's banter era. You see how United had kind of like their banter era going on, but they won the Europa League in there. They won the Carabao Cup. They won the FA Cup. You see Liverpool's banter era. We won one League Cup, and I think we came 8th, 7th, and 5th, and 8th again. Not in any particular order. You look at Arsenal's banter era. They won it. They went. I think they went 7 years without a trophy, but they were consistently in the Champions League.
Hold on. And City's banter era, we were in the 3rd tier of English football. Cheers, carry on.
It's just an era, not a banner era. You know what I'm saying? But you look at Chelsea now. If Chelsea were to have a banner era, I feel like this could be way worse than any of ours, simply because they're already doing worse than what Arsenal were doing in their banner era. They're doing worse than what Liverpool were doing.
You know what? I'll go after Mont.
And I feel like these guys could genuinely. I feel like the fan base is too big, but they need to be careful that they don't do a Newcastle or a Leeds and actually get forgotten about.
But
they need to be very careful.
See, my thing is though, Monts, and look, like I know Liverpool. This isn't even no joke. I know.
We're gonna go back to Liverpool.
No.
That is the key to the silence. The key to the silence.
No. That was an accident. For me. Look, I don't know about you, man, but bro, like Chelsea. Listen, they're a joke. They're a joke of an institution. But for me, you know what, Sean Shahat, you know what, Liverpool might be rent free in my head. You know, that's crazy, bro. I didn't even mean to say Liverpool.
It gets like that. Trust me.
Listen, I'll be honest though. The Chelsea thing is, how can we blame the owners for wanting to get rid of Poch? He's doing such a bad job. Now, listen, I do have to say he's been royally set up, because a bunch of those players, I think, apparently, obviously, I know we know they spent £1 billion, but they've sold like Koulibaly and etc. So in the summer, apparently they spent 600 million. Apparently, I don't know if that's true, but they spent close to 500 to 600 million pounds. So for me, I'm like, hold on, out of that money they spent in the summer, who is of quality? Cole Palmer, and that's it. Everybody else is been dusty or near enough dusty. So for me, Chelsea owners have to take a lot of flack, but Poch is doing such a bad job.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to get rid of him? The only reason why I say that is because when the whole Arteta thing was going on, it was deserved. It was deserved because he lost 5 games at home against Burnley, Wolves, Everton. And it just looked like a mess. We were re-signing Luis. He hadn't won anything.
Yeah, the signings were mad. Yeah.
Yes, people are going to say, "Oh, Arsenal fans will flip-flop," but he was showing that he was looking out of his depth. Poch is showing that he looks out of his depth. So yes, we know Chelsea fans, they have no confidence in their ownership. They have no
even Poch has Liverpool red free, man. He was talking about Liverpool. He was talking about Liverpool that day. He said Liverpool lost against Arsenal. Why did they get the same amount?
But for me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, can we blame Chelsea? Can we blame Matisse? Can we blame the owners for wanting to sack the manager? Because, brother, he is looking very spooky. Losing, and again, listen, I think we need to stop this whole losing to Wolves. Wolves are a damn good team.
Yeah, I hear that.
Chelsea are actually crap. But for me, it's like they spent £1 billion.
They got battered against
Wolves. They spent £1 billion, guys. Let's just actually break this down. They spent £1 billion. At the start of the season, we said, okay, fine. We're not going to expect them to win the league because, you know, they're in a rebuild. We then said, okay, can you get top 4? They can't do that. We then moved it. Can you get Europa League? They can't do that. We're now moving it. Can they get any form of Europe in it? What's the last? I can't remember the last one.
Conference.
The Conference League. Can you do that? Do you have to get battered every week, game in, game out?
Lee,
it's crazy.
Lee, I hear what you're saying about Poch, right? And first and foremost, I think if we look at this is what I was trying to say to Don the other day, right? That, and we always say this on YouTube, that more than one thing can be right, but it seems to be like you have to. Is it Poch or the players, right? For me, it's the board. Now, I actually think the board could change. The board could change because it's still new. Yeah, it seems like Bowley wants the best for Chelsea, which ultimately, in long run, will be the best for him. But he's being wrongly advised by someone at such a serious level that Poch is not like they got rid of Potter to go and get Lampard interim, then go and get Pochettino, right? Now, I'm sorry, but Pochettino we saw at PSG as a yes man, right? That it's not the quality that Chelsea had. So under Roman, you look at the managers they had, they were different gravy, right? Now, can I ask everyone here, and any Chelsea fans in the comments, get involved. Do we think many of these signings were Poch signings? Or do you think Poch was told, these are the players we want, this is our model, we're buying young players, you're going to put them in, we're going to go with the Brighton model. Now, all of that type of crap, yeah, read the room, right? And the room is that Chelsea have been the most successful team in the last 20 years in Premier League football, yeah? So they're not happy to be seen as Brighton that are building up players and can risk play. Like LB said it on a show once and it was spot on. Brighton have the ability to throw in a young player out of nowhere. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does work, that young player within 5 games is worth 80 million, right? That's their model and they can do that because they're Brighton. Chelsea do not have the room to do that, right? And so I just think the reason why this will always fail is because the board are not reading the room. You've got a group of fans that demand success, right? Because that's what they've grown up on. And now you're expecting an unproven manager with a load of potential to go and make this fan base happy. It's just someone needs to get hold of Todd Bowley and say, listen, bro, if you want this to work long term, this fan base needs success. Otherwise, you're going to keep changing. You're going to keep changing. It ain't going to work. And you need to go and get I hate to say it, but Jose is the right person for them at the moment. Like, I don't know whether Chelsea fans want him or not, but I look at it and think Jose will reignite Chelsea.
I think Chelsea fans do
because he will, to a certain extent. United went and got Ole. And although we joked about it, probably because he stayed for a bit too long, for a period, he was right. Yeah. I think Jose could be right for Chelsea right now. The key is long term, someone needs to get hold of Bowley and say, bro, we love that you want this club to succeed. We love that you invested money in all of that, yeah. But you need some guidance right now. Like the Glazers are gone. The Glazers are fully gone. Ultimately, if United turn it round, it's because the Glazers have pretty much handed over the power to someone else. Bowley needs a lot of advice. It's very early doors, but he's just
who it is. If I'm correct, I'm pretty sure this goes down to their sporting directors, by the way, for the players. If I'm correct,
and they're at risk as well, aren't they?
Win Stanley or whatever his name is, and that Lawrence Stewart. They got 2 sporting directors, not 1, 2. They're joint co's, and I'm not too sure what their background experience is. But I think if I'm correct, did Todd Bowley not step back a while ago, and then now he left it to sporting directors?
But ultimately, he's still being wrongly advised, Cass.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you have got Omar, because Omar will advise ultimately if what's his name, Jim, on the right things to do.
Do you know what it is as well? It's mad because. Listen, whoever it is who's spending and clearing off, signing off all these big players, these stupid players, it's almost a bit like, you know, you got that designer parent who buys their kids all these designers, when in truth, they only want to wear Peppa Pig. They only want to wear. Listen, my nephew is 4 years old.
Real chat, that was me.
My nephew is obsessed with Spider-Man. He does not want to wear Gucci. He doesn't want to wear. He doesn't even want to wear Zara. He doesn't want to wear M&M. He wants to wear his Spider-Man trainers, and that's what's
you wait, Lee. You wait.
That's what's best for him, and that's what Chelsea are doing. They're trying to
makeup in it,
bro. They're trying to drop all of these designer players on this squad that don't work. Listen, people are gonna laugh at me. You need a Gallagher. You need these players. You need these players in your squad. And people are going to go crazy. For me, I would take Gallagher at Arsenal because I know what he's going to get. A job of what he's going to. I'm not saying he's quality, but I know what he's going to give me. And I know there are players like that you need in a squad. And Liverpool had it with Henderson. We had it with
Milner.
We had it with Milner. We had it with Firmino. We had it with Gilberto. We had it with Petit. These players, they just do their job.
Yeah, let me. If
they keep everything round. We are with Barry.
You know the maddest thing. If Enzo news is to be true, he wouldn't be the only player, by the way. If it is true, yeah. By the way, he has had a newborn. I'm pretty sure he's quite settled, but it doesn't stop. Hey, Harry Kane was also settled with a newborn. He still flew to Germany.
You know the other thing. The other thing is with Enzo. Yeah, is you know what I do hear when Chelsea fans say about the project and whatever, like we have to remember, and I always have to remember this with Liverpool, with Arsenal, with Man United, right? That your clubs are world renowned, yeah. Like right now, obviously everyone knows City winning stuff and the Pep effect and all of that, but like the last 20 years, Chelsea have been very dominant. Enzo knows who the fuck Chelsea are. They've won 2 Champions Leagues, yeah. And if someone goes to them and says, "Listen, yeah, we're things went wrong. We're rebuilding now. It's part of a project." Of course, like I get it. The Chelsea pull is there. But once he's here, like I've said this before, last season he came in January, I think. By March, the whole of Chelsea were on the board, didn't know who was going to manage them the following season. This season, I tell you, by March, April, it's the same thing, right? And he's like, okay, I've been at this club for a year now. Every time he flies back to Argentina or wherever the hell it be, yeah, probably on the plane, he's probably sharing a plane with Alvarez and other man, right? And they're talking about this and that and this and that. And he's sat there thinking, hold on a minute. Like, football is... I saw someone put earlier, Foden's 23. It's mad. When you look at the age of players that we think are still young are getting to certain ages, yeah? They have a certain period to win stuff. And Enzo right now will probably be sat there thinking, a year ago or 16 months ago, I had the whole world at my feet. Right now, I got sold a dream last year that don't worry, next year we'll get Champions League football. Right now I'm facing no European football for the second season in a row. Of course he's going to be questioned.
But I'm calling his bluff though, because listen, you can say what you want about Chelsea. He has been poor. There's no reason for you to drop your standing because everybody else is playing poorly. And you know what? The fact of the matter is he can't even get away with it because Cole Palmer has been of a certain standard. I don't think he's been amazing, but he's been clearly above
22.
He's young.
But for me, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, bro, just shine. That's all we want. That's all everybody wants is show that you're worth 70 million. Show that you're worth 100 million. Show that you can put even 3 games of consistent quality, making a difference in those games where Chelsea are losing. You can lose a game, but it's the way you lose the game. It's the way you affect a team. So nobody's saying that you need to be the difference maker. We're not putting that. What we did with Pogba, including myself, we're not even asking you to do that. We're not asking you to pull Man United out of the mud and win games. We're asking you to just show that you are effective for Chelsea, to see some difference. And that's not what we're not even seeing. That we lower the standards for Chelsea so much, and they still can't even do that.
You know what's madly? You know what's madly? Yeah, I'm looking at the table now. If I think Poch is a fraud, and I called it before he even landed. Yeah, at Chelsea.
I think a lot of people did, bro.
Right now, like as much as players are not all of them are good enough. I think he's nowhere near good enough, and he's 60% of the problem. I think they could literally be 6th or maybe
squad's
5th.
Good enough. Well, that squad is good enough to at least be fighting for top 4. It is, and however much.
Let me. You know the joke of it though. You see, and I can talk from this because I've been through it recently. The same way how Arsenal fans used to gas up our squads, including myself, saying that we were good enough to get top 4 when we had Ozil, Aubameyang, Lacazette. These men were jokers. Okay, fair enough, they were a bit older. Mustafi, Kalashnic. These men are not good enough. Enzo is not good enough. But you know what it is? Because of the name, because of everything around Ozil, because of he's an amazing player, but he's not conducive to win football games, and Chelsea do not have players that are good enough to win you football games. They are.
I don't think. Listen. Can I mention it? I don't think it's that Enzo is a bad footballer. I'm not gonna have that. Like
conducive to win football games.
Hold on.
He's not a bad footballer.
Musa, go on. I'm intrigued if you say something here because it might be what I'm going to go.
I don't think Enzo's a bad footballer. I don't think like Nkunku's a bad footballer. I don't think that some of the centre backs are bad footballers. Thiago Silva's not a bad footballer. Reece James has been injured. Okay, fair enough. Like they've got good footballers. Like Chilwell's not a bad footballer. I'm not having it. Some of these players are good enough. I'd say they're good enough.
All right, but, Musa. I thought you were gonna. Right, what's your but?
Yeah, but see the manager. It's the contracts as well. I blame the contracts as well. I'm not gonna lie. 8-year contract. This kid came from Argentina. He went to Benfica on like nothing wages.
Yeah.
Then went to Chelsea on what stupid amount of wages for 8 years, and saw all this shit and said, you know, let me just chill. That's what I expect. Most of
a long contract.
But Musa, But Musa, I hear you on that. Yeah, and listen, as a human being, I think it's probably the decision a lot of us would take, right? But here's my angle on it. Yeah, so. There are rumors, I don't know if they're right or not, that when we signed Alvarez, we could have also, because remember we signed Alvarez before he joined us, right? We could have also signed Enzo, right?
Okay.
But he went Benfica. Now, I often question players' mentality, right? And why they're at clubs. Yeah. Last season, I'll take Mudryk as a great example. Last season, Mudryk had the choice of Arsenal or Chelsea, right? Arsenal at that point were flying high in the Premier League. They were top of the table, right? They were still in the FA Cup. Maybe they'd just been knocked out of the FA Cup, but they were flying high in the Premier League, yeah? And Mudryk could have gone to Arsenal. But Mudryk made the decision, or one of Mudryk's agents, because he might have been wrongly advised, made the decision, no, go to Chelsea. Right. Now, if I take you back to when Sanchez wanted to leave Arsenal and had been flirting with City all year, saying, yep, want to go there, want to win stuff. United come in, put load of dough on the table. The agent rings up City and says, yeah, United are offering more money. Pep says, pull out. His mentality is not right for this club, right? And I look at some of these players at Chelsea and just think, you joined for, I question your mentality. Same with Phillips going to City. You really think you're going to dethrone Rodri? Ultimately, he went and won stuff, but still, you've got to look at why players join teams at certain times. Like Lavia, for me, or Caicedo, one of the two, should have snapped Klopp's hands off, yeah? Because you had the chance to join Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, knowing you are going to be their main six. No ifs, no buts, no maybes, right? Instead, both of them went Chelsea. It's like... you're now fighting it out for a team that probably won't be fighting for the Premier League, but you're probably getting paid more dough. Maybe not. I just think
they are.
a lot of I don't think Chelsea are doing their due diligence on players and their mentality and all of that crap, right?
And that's what, you know what? Just to
right.
piggyback off what your point you're saying. For me, there's a famous quote by the poet Maya Angelou. She says, "When people show you who they are, believe them." And I'm telling you, yeah,
he's a business entrepreneur, multiple homeowner, and a poet.
Listen, it is what it is. But for me, look, I'll be real with you. Like, why does people keep saying, "Oh, Enzo, get a new manager, and he will show you who he is"? But hold on, this is an alarm bell because he's down in tools and he's done nothing he's proven nothing to Chelsea fans for you to be backing him the way you are. Yes, Poch is a problem, but this isn't the Lampard, Drogba, Terry, Michael Ballack, Essien era.
That's what I was saying on Sunday.
This is a new gen of young players coming in, proving their name not only in the Premier League but in world football. So for me, if these players are down in tools, that's a bigger problem because they can do it to anybody. And that's what you've got. You've got egos. You've got people in there that are real issues. So yes, you're going to keep saying, "Oh, Don is the worst." Oh yeah, when we get a new manager, new formation, we're not going to have Caicedo on an island, etc. Okay, Caicedo doesn't look to be down in tools, but some of the players are down in tools, and you are creating this monster of players in your squad because they're going to have the backing. And then when another manager comes in and makes a mistake, then what's going to happen? They're going to down tools and they're going to go through a continuous cycle of getting rid of managers. The players won't win anything. But you know, the scariest thing is, which I really don't want to happen, I actually want Liverpool to win the Carabao Cup, but I've got a feeling that Chelsea will win it. And the only reason why I think they'll win it,
I would love that.
I love it.
The only reason why is because I think they know they can't win anything else. They know they're absolutely effed. They have to go all out for this. And I really want Liverpool to win. More so because I absolutely just dislike Chelsea.
Do you guys?
I need to move the conversation, by the way, just letting you know.
Do you guys think? I was gonna say, do you guys think Jose Mourinho is the only manager that could be like same level as, or similar level as the club and the fans, and the fans would back him and stuff like that? Their fans would know if their players turned on.
Chelsea's a hard one.
They turn on him once, they'll do it again.
I think Chelsea's a hard one. Like I said, the board. Shit needs to happen at a board level first. I think the board need to work out what direction they're going in and be stubborn. And you know what, the fan base have to get behind it. But anyway, Cascon.
Yeah. Donnie, it says Liverpool fans are always the victors. Give me some content on that, which we did earlier, by the way.
We did.
He said because it offends me and I do loads of super chats. I'm just interested in what makes us that. They weren't talking up. Look,
take that off the screen, man. That's going to piss me off.
In summary, we said it earlier. They said it's got nothing to do with Hillsborough. It's the same way Dapster said it about Arsenal. It's just the same way he means about Liverpool. That's all it is.
Look, yeah, that's it. When we're for me personally, and I'm of an era that knows about Hillsborough, we have to remember in this YouTube world, a lot of people actually know very little about Hillsborough, right? What it is I often refer to when Arsenal get decisions go against them and play the victim. I also sometimes feel Liverpool do similar things, and they never want to talk about the decisions that go the other way. That's what I mean by it.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy that two people made it very clear what we were talking about, but you chose to take what you want from that. We literally
maybe he wasn't here earlier, Luke.
Well, then don't send a super chat in, bro. Send bro.
I mean,
pick what you want from it.
Come on,
don't do that.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. Like, that's actually.
Thanks for the super chats, and I hope that made sense to you.
Yeah. By the way, last part, literally 5 minutes. Jack Grealish, obviously, there's a lot of future uncertainties. That's had his opinion on it. I'll get.
I haven't yet. I listened to you lot early on. I
listened to you early in person. My bad. And I was watching the extra. To be fair, I'm actually getting interested and see what people have to say in case I can catch a receipt. But I can't. But yeah, Jack Grealish, is his future in doubt? You know, didn't come on against Brentford. Doku even got the nod before him. You know, now they got Savio coming in, whether he's a right winger or a left winger. Who knows? You know, Pep's got plans for anybody. They got that Couto guy as well, who is absolutely on fire. Would he even have a mainstay in a place? Would they even get loaned out? Would anyone here think that his future might be up for grabs in the summer? I'm seeing Tottenham fans flirting with the idea online at this moment of time, if they would take him or not. For them to say no is some bullshit. By the way, you're Tottenham, but yeah, like
we might inject some mentality into him.
Does anyone feel that Jack Grealish's time might be up? Some
How
may
old
call
is
him a
he?
flop. Some may call him up. He's like 27, 28. Some may call him a flop. Some don't think he's a flop. It is what it is, isn't it? I think he's made up his money, but
I think that we will know more in the next. Like, my opinion, honestly, is my hope is, and my thoughts naturally are. Look, back in October, November, Jack Grealish, when Pep was having his back sorted, Jack Grealish turned up drunk to training, and the masseuse, when Pep got back to England, told him Jack Grealish got dropped. Right now, if Jack Grealish has walked out of training because he's upset that he's not in the starting 11, if Pep's dropped him before, why would he not drop him again? He was in the matchday squad yesterday, right? I personally think right now that, one, he knows he can rely on Jack Grealish. He knows Jack Grealish knows the assignment. And when it comes to certain games, Liverpool away is a great example. I will be starting, me personally, I'd start Jack Grealish because Doku, however exciting he is, he does give the ball away a bit, right? And you don't give Liverpool the ball at Anfield when you've got it, right? So there's going to be games like that in the business end, and Pep already knows he can call on Jack and he knows the job. So I think there's an element of that. But I also do think there is an element of all summer, great season last season, first name on the team sheet. Maybe Jack's got a little, or Pep thinks Jack's got a little bit ahead of himself and just wants to bring him back down to earth, make him know you're not the first name on the team sheet, but also know that when I can rely on you. We've got to remember when Grealish played 3 or 4 games and was scoring goals, Pep was running on the pitch hugging him, right? So that's what I hope. That's what I think. But in 4 or 5 weeks, if Grealish has started minimal games, then I'll be back here going, do you know what? Yeah. Like through the business end of the season, he still ain't starting Grealish. Maybe it's the end of him. And at that point, it is what it is. Last season, 3-peat treble season, Grealish was pivotal for us. So you know what? But we'll see. And whoever he goes to, like, he'll be a great signing for. But I don't think, bro. I don't think yet.
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere, man. I think Pep does this with a lot of his players. Like, yeah, they're in, they get out, they come back in, and then they come back into form, and then they do the business again. I just think Jack Grealish is an important player. I think he's an important player. Like, I see. So I think Doku's not gonna take over him. It's more competition. I would think there's always gonna be competition.
They're completely different players, isn't it, bro?
Competition.
Completely different.
It's always gonna be competition. It was never gonna be, yeah, he's taking your place. I think it was always gonna be, yeah, that's competition and like just different players, different games and stuff like that. That's what I'd say. Anyway.
I think it is fair to say though that even as City fans and probably any rival watching us, like if you look at players when they first joined City. In the first season, for them to be getting the shout over someone that had such a good last season is a bit mad at City. I'm not going to lie. Like, usually they get slowly embedded, whereas Doku's been... But I honestly think that is... Because I've seen Pep do it with Bernardo, I've seen it do with Foden, where he think when someone has a really good season and he feels they need grounding, Pep will do that. But I am here to be... like, there is an element of me that goes, you know what?
Pep
we seem to be signing... But you do seem to be signing wingers, though, bro. So it is like it could be a point.
If there's a perfect time to move somebody on, which Pep is good at, it might be now.
Just one other angle.
Oh, go on.
I honestly believe, and I said this on City Extra earlier, yeah, I think in the summer, we could not allow Gundogan, Mahrez, Bernardo Silva to go in the same summer, yeah? Right?
Highest hope.
Bernardo Silva has signed a new contract. Now, no one's seen the contract, but there's rumours that in it, is a £50 million release clause, yeah? Now, I said at the end of last season, what we should do is say to Bernardo, sign an extension, we'll pay you more dough per year, and we'll put something in there that says next summer, you can go, right? And that's why 50 mil for Bernardo Silva is good money, yeah? But
I don't know why he wants to go.
But the only place he wants to go is the only place he wants... It's his missus, bro. She wants to go Barca, right? So I do believe... Like, I look at it, 50 mil, Barca are looking to sell Rafinha. Maybe this summer, Bernardo might go. Now, here's another take. Grealish, for me, would cook more centrally. Right? So, people could say Grealish could go. For me, I would rather actually see Doku or someone more younger and exciting on the wing, unless we're playing in Liverpool where you put someone like Grealish to, but bring Grealish in the middle a bit. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm here to be proven wrong because it does look a bit techie. I'm not going to lie. It does. It does.
Anyone else got an opinion
This
on
game
that?
time this season's been mad, isn't it? It's like
he ain't going nowhere, man. He ain't going nowhere. Listen, I
Yeah.
think Grealish he's not a flop. For sure, he's not a flop. He just needs to be shown to contribute more. For his time at Man City, he's had half a good season of solid contribution. Let's say that. He's had half a good season last season, and it all started pretty much that
On the
Liverpool
Wolves
game.
Wolves game.
Well,
Wolves
maybe
away.
the Wolves game, yeah. And then the Liverpool game, he didn't score against Liverpool, I don't think. But that goal that he saved
scoring
from
is how important he's been. Yeah,
goal
the
he
tackle.
saved
Yeah,
from Mo Salah, incredible. And
bro, he gets a system. That's what it is.
But the thing is, it's the intangibles that people don't care about, but because they want to see goals and assists because he costs 100 million, you see the impact that it's visual with Declan Rice. He has cost 105 million, and there's now this like Declan Rice tackle because he just wins the ball back, and every time he wins the ball back, we counter attack from that. With Jack Grealish, there hasn't been anything of substance to say this is what he does, this is what he adds, and I think he's not a flop, but he just needs to show.
Do you know what, Lee? Something I've said on Enzo, right, is when you buy a player for a certain amount, there's things that you need to do that make you warrant that. And my thing with Enzo is, like with Rice, is a perfect example that because he's a defensive player, GA, we ain't going to judge him on GA. We're going to judge him on winning the ball back, right? With Grealish, the one thing that you could say for Grealish is, last season in a treble-winning team, Grealish was very, very important to the system, right? His role in the system was very clear, right? Now, this season, City fans have watched Doku, and he looks exciting. He's a winger. He takes on players. He's got pace. But trust me, like his crosses are not great. He gives the ball away, yeah? Now, that's fine because it's his first season in the Premier League, yeah? So that's the difference in a City system between why I personally think in certain games Doku works. That's why he scored 3 and got an assist in games, and certain games Grealish work. But it's not easy on the eye. People don't see that. So for me, Grealish has been good, but as a winger, I hear it. GA is something. When you've got Saka out here putting up the numbers he's putting up, people will talk about why is Grealish's numbers so low, but we will see. We will see.
Yeah. But other than that,
would you take him, Lee?
Yeah.
Not on the left. You wouldn't. Not over Martin.
No, listen. You want hoopers. You want quality in your team because they can give you match-winning moments. And the thing is, Arsenal actually, in truth, we don't have many match-winning moment players. We need more of those. We've got a good few players, but we need something extra. We've got Trossard off the bench. We've got Martinelli, who can be big-time goal scorer. We've got Saka, who's a quality player, but we need more to kind of go up against a juggernaut. So, of course, I would take him, yeah. But, I mean, is he my first choice? No, but... yeah, no, I mean, and again, depends on the price, but yeah, for 20, and again, another thing, he's of age now that he can lead a team a little bit more, maybe more so than what Sterling was. He was never a leader of Man City. He was always on the periphery, but I just feel like Jack Grealish he's been a captain of Aston Villa before. Yeah. So yeah, look, like, I mean, I would take him 100%. I would take, and do you know what I will say? I think at Arsenal, he would play a lot differently than what he does for Man City. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, good.
He's been asked. He's a creative maverick who's been asked to do a job.
Yeah, he's been stifled for sure.
What's the one thing? The only credit I'll give to Jack Grealish is that he's so good, as in like as a footballer, he's been asked to do a job that he doesn't like, he doesn't want to do, probably hates it. And he's still done it to a T. He's been asked to carry the ball, slow the game down, and supply Haaland. And that's what he's doing.
It's not even supply Haaland.
Sacrifice yourself for the system, regardless of how good you are off the ball. And Foden's had to do it. Foden's come out and said, predominantly, I want to play in the middle. I've always wanted to play in the middle.
That's why Haaland scored bare goals, bro. Because if he attracts two players got to watch Haaland, two players got to watch Grealish, and guess who's free all the time? Gundogan.
So,
Yeah, and now it's Foden. Spot on. It's the system. And that's why it's not Grealish feeding Haaland. It was Grealish ultimately bringing players out of position and giving the ball to someone else to feed Haaland. And that's why he never gets the props.
I just wonder now, how will Grealish or Pep, will Grealish stay at City long enough to get his opportunity to play centrally?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's why Cole Palmer, bro. I hear it. That's why I think Cole Palmer probably was like, I already know where I am in the fucking pecking order.
Yeah,
like
he's somebody who should have stayed at City, 110%.
But bro, he would have been behind Grealish in the pecking order for playing in a more deeper midfield role. He would have been.
But you wouldn't have had Doku. You wouldn't have Doku.
No, but
he went because
we wouldn't know how good Cole Palmer is. We'd see Cole Palmer as an experienced youth. That's how we'd look at him. Not now.
I think it was right for Cole Palmer to go.
By the way, with like a lot of you in here haven't liked the video. You lot need, as you're listening to this, please just stop being lazy.
I'm fucking long, man. I've been waffling. Sorry.
Yeah, that's his first stream in a damn row. By the way, this is Mont's second stream, pretty much in a damn row. About to go
it's
into
my first stream drinking in a week. I'm not.
But we're gonna end it there. But look, there's a guy, a new YouTuber of some sort. You know, I'm gonna pin his link in the comments. Monts is going on there, so if you want to go over there, I can't redirect because it doesn't allow it. But Monts is a guy over there. Go show him some support. And just,
hold on, who does he support?
No idea.
It's an Arsenal fan with a few.
Oh, fuck's sake, Monts! You are Monts. What are you doing to yourself?
I know. But obviously, listen, he's on 170. He's on 174 subscribers, and there's literally 2 people watching over there. So I want you lot to just come with me and flood. I think it's going to mean the world to them. They don't know. They don't know this is going to happen in it. They have no idea this is going to happen in it. So
when this ends, go over there, hit the like button, and spam Monica.
Just spam raid, innit? Just spam raid, and then just come,
Monica raid.
Sub to them, get them to 200 subs first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, we're gonna have a nice moment. Let's give them a moment that they don't know.
And this is, by the way, this is our longest stream in months like this, so it's not happening again. In a bit, we'll speak.
All of the story is Daps don't drink in the week.
12 p.m.